Lesson 12.6 is quadratic inequalities with two variables. So now we have x and y. What you need to think about is just getting it solved for y. So we have y equals, even though it's inequality, like y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's how we graph things on our calculator. That's how we graph things on Desmos, is having y equals. And the other thing you need to know is that if you have a less than, or if it's less than or equal to, less than means below. It's going to be shaded below the parabola. If you have greater than, or equal to, you shade above it. So think greater than is above the line, which would actually be inside on this one, because think above the line. This is below the line. Okay, so that'll help you since these are multiple choice. So right away, seeing that I'm shaded above the line, this would be a greater than or equal to. So I could eliminate this choice and this choice that say y is going to be less than or equal to. Now it's just a matter of figuring out which one it is. This, I would add the 15 over, which would be y is greater than or equal to x squared plus 8x plus 15. Then I would factor this to try to figure out the zeros. So let's see, two numbers multiplied to make 15, then add to make 8. That would be 3 and 5. But remember, you've got to get the zeros, which would be setting them equal to 0 and solving, so you get -3 and -5. Those are the zeros. That's where x is, or y is 0, sorry, where y is 0, and so that would be here and here. That is at -3 and -5, so it would be this one. I just want to show you real quick that if you tried this one, you would have x squared minus 8x plus 15. You would have factored and had -3 times -5. Then you would get solutions of 3 and +5, which would have to be here and here, and it wasn't, so it's not that one. All right, let's try another one. Thing that's different about this one is that I see all of my y's are negative. And so be aware that you'll have to divide by a -1, which ends up flipping the inequality symbol. So right now, I see that I'm shaded below the line, which should say y is less than. But right now, I actually want to pick a symbol that says greater than, so that when I divide by the -1s, they will flip to be less than. So I'm actually going to take out the first option and the last option. Okay, so on this one, I would have y is less than or equal to, I'm going to do some mental math here, I'm adding the 2 over. So right now it's a +2, but dividing everything by -1 will change the sign of every single term. So now that'll become positive x squared, positive x, and then -2. You might need more paper to work these out on. Then I would factor this because I'm trying to figure out where is this at 0. So I'd say, well, it's got to be 2 and 1. I would have +2 and then -1. That would put my zeros at -2 and +1. And that's not where my zeros are at. My zeros are at -1 and +2, so it can't be that one. It would have to be this one. I'm not going to work it out, so you can if you want, but since it's multiple choice, you might as well take advantage of that.